Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I wanted to watch this movie again because people love this movie. It is considered one of the best Spider-Man movies in general, and I wanted to see if I agree. So the main character here is Miles Morales, and he goes to private school for gifted students, so I guess people who can read faster, I don't know. At this school he meets Gwen, who ends up being a Spider-Woman as well. Oh my days, that scene when he puts his hand on her shoulder and says, "Hey," tough watch. After that he gets his hand stuck on her hair. I'll be real, I'm not the smoothest person with my words, but god damn bro, I have never done anything like that. The one major issue with this movie is Gwen and Miles, their relationship is not developed at all. They have like a few scenes where they talk at school. Overall, it's not done very well, especially when you consider how big that relationship is in the next movie. So they did kind of mess up in that department. However, the one place where they did do a good job is Miles and Peter B. Parker's relationship. That felt well done because they had more scenes together. That Peter trained him a little bit. There was more going on there, right? There's more scenes with those two together. With Gwen, it's just not the same. Miles also goes spray painting with his uncle Aaron. This just made me think, like, in real life, who the fuck are spray painters? Like, where are you people? I loved when Miles is figuring out his powers. It is literally the same thing happening in the comic book he has. That's the whole movie right there. This is the most comic book movie you can watch because there's literally comic book references in the movie and there's speech bubbles in the movie. If you like reading comic books, this is literally like your Interstellar of comic book movies. Miles also stumbles upon the real Spider-Man of his world when he was going back to look for that spider that bit him. He sees him die because of King Pin. He's like 14 years old right now, maybe like 13. I'm not sure. That should give you some crazy PTSD. Talking about King Pin, he's built like a freaking brick house. Whatever steroids he's on, I would not like any. I like how I look. Miles also later on meets Peter B. Parker. I really like his character because he is just a loser. This is literally what if Spider-Man just was a loser. There's so many Spider-Men and women in this movie that they don't all get in-depth interactions with Miles, or their characters are just not in-depth. So I am happy that Peter B. Parker, his character is more detailed, there's more depth to what he's doing and his story, which is good. We later on realize or find out that Miles' uncle is the Prowler. The issue with this is, that's a very good like twist and whatever, but the issue is when he died, I don't know why, but it didn't hit me emotionally. I'm not sure why. Maybe because I would have liked more scenes with Miles and his uncle to really make it hit. It just didn't hit. The one thing about this movie is that in general, it's super stuffed. Like, there's a lot going on. There's 7 Spider-Mans. There are multiple villains. Just again, talking about comic book lovers, you get so many villains and different Spider-Mans that it's so cool to see that on screen. In a live action movie, this may not work as well as it does for animation. As you know, the way a movie finishes is insanely important to me, and I'm really happy this movie, it finishes very well. The ending is very good. The third act is very good. It nails it. The one issue though is at the end when Peter and Gwen, not Peter, when Miles and Gwen are like friends, I guess. I'm just like, I mean, okay, I don't know what to think about that because you guys, your relationship is kind of undercooked. So I don't know. It's an amazing movie. I think it is a 8 to 9 out of 10. I gave this a 9 out of 10 on Letterboxd because the animation is literally the best, the most creative I have seen ever. That is like the main thing about this movie is the animation. The story is good. It's not really impressive. but it's good enough. Maybe saying good enough may seem like a little bit too low. It's a good story. I am not the biggest Spider-Man lover currently, but this movie is just undeniable.
Me trying to find a film exactly like the film I just watched, but not the film I just watched.
The amount of times I have ended up in this situation is not funny because it really fucks me up. Like, for example, when I watched Interstellar for the first time, I'm like, holy shit, that film just blew my mind away. I need to find a similar film that blows my mind away and is a 10 out of 10. And that sucked because you can't find that. Like, how often can you find a new film that is 10 out of 10 and ends up being one of your favorite movies ever? It's just not going to happen. This also goes into like when I'm trying to watch a movie and I go to my Letterboxd watch list and I'm just scrolling through everything, and it's just, there's so many movies that I'm just like, bro, fuck this. I'm going to watch YouTube because I can't take the stress of picking a movie. Honestly, it's so overwhelming. I watch a lot of movies, maybe not as much as some hardcore cinephiles, but I watch a good amount. There are so many movies to be watched that it does feel like, bro, this is just like too much for me. Which also kind of sucks because the whole point of watching movies is, you know, have a good time, watch what you want. This should not feel like a job where you have to watch movies consistently to keep up with your numbers, you know? Like, that's why I'm just in this state where I'm gonna watch a movie when I feel like it. And if I want to watch 10 MCU Marvel movies in a row, then fuck it. I don't have to watch Alfred Hitchcock. I don't have to watch Stanley Kubrick. I can watch whatever the fuck I want. A show I have been watching recently is Euphoria Season 3. And don't ask me why I'm watching it. Don't ask me, but I am watching it. And I have some stuff to say about this show. First of all, this low-key feels like a OnlyFans advertisement. So far. It's only been like 2 episodes. I would not be surprised if OnlyFans paid them to be included in this movie because it's kind of wild. And you have Cassie, who is played by Sydney Sweeney, and she's trying to do her OnlyFans shit. It's kind of sad though because she's doing it, but she's not like popular. Imagine being half naked on the internet and nobody cares at all. Like that's the issue with OnlyFans. Yeah, if you're making a lot of money, it's like, okay, you know what? This may not be the most societally pleasing thing to do, but you're making millions of dollars. But if you're doing it and you're not making money, like you're not making real millions of dollars of money, that's just sad. So basically what I'm saying is, if you're going to do OnlyFans, you better make money. This also makes me think like, what the fuck is this show even about? It's very different to the last 2 seasons because now they're not in high school. And again, why am I watching this? I don't know. Rue went from sticking drugs up her ass to working in a strip club. Hey, if you ask me, that's a very big come up. And also, you know, at the strip club, you can look at naked women, so it's not too bad for her. But I can't lie, guys, I am kinda enjoying it so far in the first 2 episodes. I am enjoying it because it's just so random. It's so goofy. Cassie and her half-naked shit is so stupid, but it's stupidly funny and entertaining. Like when she's doing her shit and Nate accuses her of like, why are you doing this? And she's like, because I want to pay for $50,000 flowers. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Just, it's so stupid. Another show I have been watching is Maul Shadow Lord. Now, this one is like actually just a very good show and not silly like Euphoria. This show is giving Star Wars more life. Because Star Wars, they release like a good amount of projects consistently with the movies and shows. Majority of the things they release are just not that good. Maul Shadow Lord is objectively a great show, and the best part of this show is, of course, Maul. Every scene he's in, he's just aura forming to the maximum. And the voice actor for him is pinpoint perfect. I'm loving this. The animation is great. The fighting is great. If you haven't been watching this, you should tap in. I don't care about Star Wars, guys. I mean, I feel like their whole franchise, they have fumbled the franchise a little bit. Not even a little bit. Just in general, they should be doing way better than what they have. They gave us Andor, which is surprisingly insanely good stuff. But other than that, the past 6-ish years, it has been not great. Okay, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna just finish this video and start editing. So